Today on Public Eye News, Michigan's minimum wage is set to rise by 20% by the end of February, and later Israel's air defense system continues to repel missile attacks from Iranian forces.
Our very own Andy Jordan will have your weather forecast for the next few days, and later Reed Hall will bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Bradley Seaboard.
And I'm Bianca Kroll, and this is Public Eye News. Michigan is set to raise the minimum wage to $12.48 per hour after a result of the Supreme Court decision. This change was a result of a 2018 petition that many people signed in favor of improvements to minimum wage and sick leave. Though the issue was not on the 2018 ballot, the Republican-controlled legislature approved the changes and watered them down. This was before a new governor and new members took office and made action to make changes happen, as the Supreme Court ruled that what happened before was illegal. Michigan released the wage schedule following the ruling made by the Michigan Supreme Court. The minimum wage will increase to $10.56 January 1st, then $12.48 on February 21st. A judge made a ruling to strike down part of the Michigan Sex Offender Registry, or SORA. The people on the registry are expected to be on there for 25 years and face a lifetime sanction after the law was amended in 2011. SORA 2011 makes people on the registry apply for lifetime on the registry based on their offense. Miriam Uckerman, a lawyer of American Civil Liberties Union of Michigan, claims that the provisions made by the state and federal courts did this because they are driven by fear and not facts. Uckerman also said that this was what the legislature took away and the court put it back. The Michigan Supreme Court also said it was unconstitutional to put someone on the registry for crimes that were not sexual. Some of the offenses came after 2011, but were still forced to register for a lifetime on the registry.
The Great Lakes Observing System is pushing to create high-resolution maps of all 5 Great Lakes bottoms. The floor of the Great Lakes has only been fractionally mapped, with most of the maps completed decades ago. Beneath the waves lie hundreds of underwater shipwrecks, topographical features, and infrastructure that the maps will help pinpoint. These maps will help identify fisheries, inform erosion, and provide valuable data for storm surge and flooding models. The improvement of technology has allowed scientists to complete high-resolution scans more easily, with maps of the Florida coastlines and the Gulf of Mexico being completed over the last 3 years. Representatives from Michigan Lisa McClain and Debbie Dingle proposed a bill this year that would allocate $200 million to map the Great Lakes by 2030. And splake season is coming soon, and the DNR is asking fishermen to report marked splake. Splake is a hybrid fish, a cross between lake trout and brook trout, and has been stocked in Lake Superior annually since 1990. A marked splake is identified by a clipping in 1 or 2 of the splake's fins. The marked splake are part of an evaluation study to help fisheries managers determine the range of the splake, along with data on the size at harvest and harvest by year. The DNR's Eyes on the Field app can be used to report marked fish and provide information like length, weight, sex, and location caught. For more information on marked fish, visit michigan.gov/taggedfish. And over in East Tawas, Michigan officials are hoping the city will become a Great Lakes cruise line destination. So far, they are finding success, but recognize the challenges they face ahead. WNEM reporter Lauren Piesco has more. Take a look.
It's going to take a village. It's going to take all of us to get this to happen, and we're just really excited about that.
We could soon see more people traveling to Tawas Bay as East Tawas works to become a Great Lakes cruise ship destination.
It's taken quite a few years to get it together, and now we're to the point that we can actually sustain a cruise ship.
The City Council passed new resolution this month, working with Develop Iosco to make this dream a reality.
There's quite a few challenges to making this a reality. It's more or less right now, we just want to find out if there's any interest from these cruise lines. Then we're going to have to start working with the local communities to be able to get the excursions in line, make sure our businesses can handle the capacity of having so many more people flooded in at once.
Jeff Rayborn, owner of Cozy Cup Coffee Company in downtown East Tawas, says he looks forward to the idea of welcoming even more customers to his small business.
I think it'd be a really neat, nostalgic way to bring in, additional revenue to our small town. I would say to adjust for that, maybe some gift baskets or things that they can take with them, bags of coffee. We actually are rolling out a mobile app so they could scan a QR code if they see that there's a big line.
Getting in additional tourism into the area helps our businesses, helps our community to thrive.
Zoning Administrator Stephanie Lowe tells me this could be a great opportunity to introduce even more people to East Tawas.
It's also great to get other people to see our area, see what we love about it, enjoy our downtown, our beaches. Being born and raised here, it's gorgeous until you actually see it yourself. It brings you back, and you might get other people to come back and visit and get the word out there.
The city sent out proposals to the Great Lakes Cruise Lines. Now that their docks are ready, once they receive strong interest from a cruise line, they'll cement that agreement and take those next steps to welcoming cruise ships into their harbor. Reporting in East Tawas, Lauren Piesco, TV5.
Now don't touch that dial. We'll be back with your weather and national news after this break.
It's going to take a
Uh-oh. This is a very risky situation.
We just have not seen this number of animals together. Wow.
Amazing. I've never seen a leopard hunting like this before.
A solitary buffalo could kill a lion.
The stakes are even higher now with the cubs here.
They're coming, right?
Oh, my heart's beating. The prey is chasing the predator.
Welcome back. I'm Andy Jordan, and I'll be taking you through our public eye weather report. Starting on our roof cam here, you can see a few clouds here and there, green grass. Overall, a pretty nice day out. Taking a look across the UP, in Houghton, it is 68 and partly cloudy. In Ironwood, 68 and sunny. Iron Mountain, 68 and sunny. Menominee, 67 and sunny. Taking a look at the east side of the map here, in Escanaba, it is 66 and sunny. In Manistee, 64 and partly cloudy. Sault Ste. Marie, 64 and sunny. And back here in beautiful Marquette, 66 and partly cloudy. Looking at our current conditions, winds south-southwest at 20 miles an hour, making it a little bit chillier today. We have a barometric pressure of 29.69 inches and falling. Looking at tonight, you can expect clear skies with a low of 60 degrees with winds southwest at 14 miles an hour, and our moon phase is a new moon. Looking at tomorrow, mostly sunny skies with a high of 64 degrees and a low of 53 degrees with winds west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. And looking at the weekend here, pretty sunny skies all around. Friday, we have a high of 61, a low of 48. Saturday, high of 66, low of 48. Sunday, a high of 61 and a low of 53. That is all I have for your weather report. Back to Brad and Bianca at the desk.
Thank you, Andy Jordan, for that weather update. I'm definitely very happy with these cooler temperatures, but now moving into national news. Israel's multi-layered air defense system has passed another test to fend off Iran's latest missile. Iran had fired over 180 missiles towards Israel tonight and set off air raid sirens across the country. This threatens the Middle East closer into becoming a region-wide war. Many residents in the area were scrambling for shelter, but only minor injuries and limited damage was done. Following the attack, the U.S. and Britain said they will assist in helping out to shoot down the incoming missiles. Israel's air defense has been in the works for the past year. The country has worked on a system that is able to detect incoming fire and only to deploy a projectile if it's heading towards an area of importance to the country. Israel leaders said the system is 100% guaranteed, and it will help out preventing serious damage and casualties. And Hurricane Helene is still devastating states across the U.S. following the damages it has caused. Cell phone towers, electricity, and water were expected to be lost during the storm, but the patience of the residents is starting to decrease. This hurricane had caused many catastrophic damage across the southeast and killed at least 177 people. Government cargo planes have brought food and supplies to those who were hit the hardest from the storm, and the Secretary of Defense is sending out 1,000 active duty soldiers to help with the supplies. Along with the damage, the cell phone towers being down has affected communication for the residents. Mayor Zeb Smothers of Canton, North Carolina said that she has seen people walking the streets with their phones in the air, hoping to catch signals from anywhere. In East Tennessee, Governor Bill Lee traveled in a caravan, seeing the damage from the storm, realizing how important the rescue and recovery aid was. It may be weeks until everything is restored. Proper use of a booster seat is extremely important to young children riding in vehicles. A recent study shows that about 4 out of 5 caregivers moved their children out of booster seat too early. CBS reporter Dana Butchus has more.
Both of them were very loving. They always greeted me with a hug and a kiss.
Valerie Bailey Hearns lost her grandchildren, Knowledge and Kingston, last year. The boys and their mother were killed when an SUV smashed into their car. Neither child was in a car seat.
Knowledge was entrapped in the car, and Kingston was ejected from the car.
According to Safe Kids Worldwide, 344 children ages 4 to 10 died in vehicle crashes in 2022. Nearly 2 out of 5 were not properly restrained. Many kids that age need a booster seat, but a new study shows 4 out of 5 caregivers moved their child from a booster seat to just a seatbelt alone before the child was big enough.
Parents don't always understand the purpose of a booster seat. It's kind of in the name. It's a booster seat. It boosts you up so you fit the adult seatbelt correctly.
Morag Mackay from Safe Kids says children should be at least 4'9" before being taken out of a booster. If a seatbelt is not correctly positioned, it can cause serious neck and abdomen injuries in a crash.
And so we really encourage parents to ensure that they're buckling up their child every ride.
Communities nationwide hold events like this to help parents make sure they have the right seat and that it's properly secured.
I'm glad that you're here today.
Valerie started her own charity that not only educates parents, but also gives away car seats.
Maybe I help one family, and maybe save one child, or just kept somebody from experiencing this pain.
Valerie believes saving a child's life is the best way to honor the memory of her own grandchildren. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
On Nova Solar System.
If you have a different atmosphere, you get different weather, different phenomena playing out.
Oh, Venus has clouds. They're battery acid.
Buckets of rain are falling. It's not water, but liquid methane.
It's a moon that looks like this, not a planet.
Storm worlds.
You would be stunned by what you see.
On Nova.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. I'm Reed Hall, here to walk you through today's sports breakdown. Starting things off in the world of college football, where Gonzaga is set to join the rebuilt Pac-12. The Pac-12, centered around football, now adds a powerhouse basketball school in Gonzaga. Gonzaga will depart from the West Coast Conference, where they have been a dominant member for over 40 years. With the addition of Gonzaga, the Pac-12 now moves to 8 members that include returning schools Washington State and Oregon State, as well as a handful of former Mountain West universities. The Pac-12 will continue looking for an additional football-playing member for playoff purposes, as Gonzaga does not have a football program of their own. Gonzaga is set to join the conference in all sports on July 1st of 2026. And over in baseball, where the Brewers stared down yet another possible early postseason exit. The Brewers dropped Game 1 to the New York Mets 8-4 after their bullpen crumbled. The Brewers jumped out to an early 2-0 lead in this one, but quickly surrendered 3 in the following half inning. Starter Freddie Peralta eventually settled in, retiring 9 straight before being pulled after the 4th with only 68 pitches. The Brew Crew did regain a slight 4-3 edge thanks to William Contreras' RBI in the bottom of the 4th, but Pat Murphy's pitching decisions proved costly in the top of the 5th when his bullpen allowed 5 unanswered runs. With the loss, the Brewers will play in a must-win Game 2 tonight and will look to avoid getting swept in the wildcard round for a second straight year. And over in the American League, the Detroit Tigers will look to advance to the divisional series after winning Game 1 3-1. This win marked the first in the postseason for the Tigers since 2013. Skubal got the start in this one, spinning yet another gem for the gritty Tigers, going 6 scoreless innings with 6 punchouts. Offensively, the Tigers jumped on Astro starter Framber Valdez early, scoring all 3 of their runs with 2 outs in the second. The Astros did make a late comeback bid in this one, getting to closer Jason Foley in the bottom of the 9th. Foley was relieved by Bo Brisky with 1 out and runners on second and third in a 3-1 ballgame, and Brisky was able to close the door. A win this afternoon would end the Astros' 7-year streak of making the ALCS. Game 2 is currently underway as I speak, and the Tigers are currently tied 0-0 with the Astros. That's all the sports I have for the day. Back to the news desk.
Thanks for that sports update, Reed. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today on Public Eye News. I'm Bradley Seaboard.
And I'm Bianca Kroll.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.